to get back out there?
It was awesome. I mean, it was so much fun to be out with those guys and just competing at a high level again. It's something that camp comes around, people don't really know what to expect, but I feel like I've been here doing it long enough, and it's just fun now. It's be able to go out there and grind with my brothers is awesome.
I'm not sure I saw the ball hit the ground much when you threw it. I mean, you feel like you had a pretty good day out there?
Yeah, I mean, I was talking with Coach Hill, it was like a whole quarterback room. I felt like it was awesome. You talk about the ability to come out on day one and have no mental errors. In that room, it's huge. And so it's kind of fun to see like what we did in the summer as a whole like unit. I mean, I was throwing with those guys very often. And so to see that kind of translate the first day of camp was big time.
How much of an honor is it to be named team captain of this group?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, it's just something I've always taken pride in and how I handle myself as a person. But to be able to be voted on that by my teammates is extremely blessed to be in that position for sure.
What's your off-season look like? Much time to relax, or is it work?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the off-season's a little bit more off. But when July comes around, that's where it gets more serious. I mean, beginning in July all the way to now, it was like there really wasn't a day off where it was like super casual. I didn't play as much golf this year as I did last, so that's more of a football focus, I guess.
just confidence-wise coming in, kind of knowing you're the guy this year and not having anybody, whether it was a manufactured competition or not the last couple of years, just what was it like mentally, I guess, going out there today, just knowing this is kind of your team?
Yeah, I think you mentioned it, just the old confidence. That's a big deal. It goes a long way, and to be in that, like, have that momentum of confidence going out there is just, I mean, I think it makes my level of play a lot higher than when it has, because I don't have to worry about anybody else. I can worry about myself a lot more than what I have in the past.
What's the biggest thing you worked on this offseason?
Yeah, I think it's just like the fine details of accuracy, and then obviously just kind of a whole operation thing. I feel like I've wanted to take a huge step in that, realize it's like my offense to run, and so that was a big emphasis for sure. Obviously, throwing the ball downfield, taking shots has been another one. So that's something that I feel like obviously I've worked on a lot.
Matt, so what's waking up day one like you nervous at all, or not? Maybe not nervous, but just like the butterflies or anything still?
I mean, it's like there's a little sense of butterflies. It's you're waking up before your alarm, no matter what. Like you could never sleep through the first day of camp, and so this is my fourth camp, and it's always been the same. I mean, I'm up ready to go first thing in the morning.
Reps with the long ball, how many of them did you throw today compared to last year, and how much of the progression do you see over fall camp of more?
Yeah, I mean, obviously situationally today, it wasn't really like we were third and medium, second and long, so that wasn't really a situation to throw the ball downfield. But obviously in PRP and stuff like that, like we've had those opportunities, and I know that's an emphasis in our offense, especially is to kind of create a play-action game that we can throw the ball downfield.
Saw you scramble for one touchdown there in one of the drills. How, with the lack of depth, I guess, so to speak, behind you, I mean, do you see, is that still going to be a big part of your game, or do you think it has to be a little more careful at that, trying to not let you get hurt?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a time and a place to run the football. I think a lot of it will fall on me of when I get down, and I can say I'm not the greatest at that. Coach Cutter was always on me about that last year. But going forward, that's something I have to take a little bit of emphasis in, of like protecting my body a little bit. But I want to run the ball, and I think it's an 11-on-11 game, so let's make it that way.
What stood out with Chris Marshall today?
Yeah, I think Chris Marshall, he's had a good summer, and so like to see him kind of go throughout a whole practice, make some plays, and obviously, I mean, we were just talking about it. He ran a couple of routes that he was wide open on, and he didn't get the ball, and I didn't hear from him once. Like he understood kind of where he was, and that's a big step for Chris. And so, I mean, I think he's in the right mindset, which makes me extremely happy.
Healthy Chris Marshall, what can it do for this offense?
Yeah, healthy Chris Marshall could be like very, very, very dangerous. I mean, you add another guy in that wide receiver room that could go and make plays at any moment. Talent-wise, he's one of the best I've ever been around. He can do a lot of things that most people can't. And we've got a couple of guys in that room that are the exact same way. I mean, you talk about Latrell. Like those guys' body control, hand-eye coordination, their ability to make plays is what sets them apart.
What excites you most about this offense?
Yeah, I think it's just we've got a lot of guys returning. I mean, you talk about 6 guys up front that have played college football that could play any position, and you have like depth in the wide receiver room. That's a big deal, and that's what excites me a lot. Is like we've clicked as an offense before. Obviously, you lose a couple guys, but guys are going to step in, and it's not going to take a step back. And we're going to keep moving forward.
The versatility of Malik Jackson, I mean, we saw him a couple runs there, but also catching some touchdown passes now the backfield. What's that guy going to bring to this offense?
Yeah, I think it's just a whole nother weapon. That whole running back room is very good, but I think Malik brings, like I said, that's an experienced football player, and so for him to be able to see a field in real life, it's like the tempo that college football plays at is huge. And then, I mean, he brings a lot of confidence to the offense himself, so that's a big deal.
Just what's your relationship been like with him? Because So you were finding him in some tight windows already. Like
Yeah.
you said,
Oh
he's
yeah. He's one of those guys that's super easy to get along with. He'll always come up and talk to you. He's not scared to talk about anything. And so to me, that was like something that I caught very firsthand when he came in here. It was like his ability to like want to create a relationship with me, and obviously that goes a long way.
Is there any initiation process, Fresno State transfer?
No, we'll get him out of his Fresno State stuff one of these days. I mean, the other day he was wearing like a 22 and Adidas shorts. I'm like, bro, what are we doing?
There's a lot of new faces in the wide receiver room. Did any of those new faces stand out today?
Yeah, I mean, I think you talk about Little Quinn Brown. That kid's a stud, and he's going to make plays. All those guys are really good, and I think they'll have a chance to make plays for us. I was extremely impressed. I mean, I talk about it all the time. That's the one question people ask me, whether like I'm out in public, is what's the wide receivers like? And to me, that's not like a worry. Like, those guys are awesome. They'll make plays when plays need to be made.
You brought up Quentin a couple times. What can a true freshman do to earn your trust or make your life easier, but just get out there and so you can trust him?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, a prime example of this is Cam Bates. Like last season, Cam Bates does exactly what he needs to. Sometimes he'd go in just to be dummy, but he's doing it because that's his chance to play. And to me, that's one of those things, like doing your job, knowing exactly what you're doing to like, I don't have to line you up. That's my biggest thing, is like, I don't want to be like telling you exactly what to do. That earns a lot of my trust. But he's been awesome in that aspect. He knows majority of where he's going, and he's made plays. That's one thing. Like, making plays is another thing that'll just that's trust builder.
With getting back to the captain thing real quick, you sat in that room quite a few times now, and somebody else has been named a captain. What just nerves in your stomach? Like, what was the moment like before they said your name, and then just the responsibility now that you have on your shoulders?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was there was a little bit nervous because that's something I strive for, was to be captain of this team. And obviously after, it was just like a sense of like, I'm extremely blessed to be voted on. Like, it's completely voted on by the team, and so how grateful am I to be like in that position of this team.
So what does being a captain mean to you specifically?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I can change who I am. I feel like thus far that's why I was voted on by my teammates, and so to me it's kind of just leading by the example that I have the last 3 years.
I don't know if pressure's the right word, but I mean, you mentioned, now you're the guy, and you're the preseason player of the year in the conference, and you're on these quarterback rankings and all this stuff now. I mean, just obviously a very different feeling than even a couple years ago. What's it like just mentally, kind of with a little more of this attention and pressure and expectations that come with that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if pressure is the word either, because it's one of those things like, I don't pay attention to those like lists because why would I like fill my head up with that? I haven't done anything yet. I haven't done anything this season. But in a sense, it does add a little bit of confidence, like to see like what other people are thinking of me in like a high way. That's a big deal. And so playing with that little confidence is awesome.
On day one last year, I mean, that was Spencer's first full year stepping into the head coaching role. I'm not saying there was a lot of uncertainty, but like there was a lot of like, kind of prove it, like, can this actually happen? What's the feeling like this year, where you obviously guys have proven that it can work with his system, his way, but what's the feeling like kind of going into this season?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you mentioned last year and like the uncertainty, and then the season we had, but like this year, that's a big thing of like, how can we pick off of what we did last year and kind of, I guess, build to where we were, if not better, because obviously we talked about losing that playoff game was not fun. And so how can we get to the point where we're winning playoff games to compete for a national championship?
No one wants to be out there more than Sire. We heard he had a wonderful summer. You as a captain now and whatnot, for him not to be out there today, probably no one's going to be more upset about it than him. What do you say to him or anything that, no Sire day one?
Yeah, I mean, he's in the right headspace. It's not like it's anything serious. He knows he's going to play football when football comes around. And so he'll be great. So.
Boom.